And hello, welcome back to another episode of The Mind of James, the first one of 2025. And everybody, I am so excited to be here, and I am so excited that I get to do this. And we're starting off 2025 with a good foot, on a good foot. First of all, the wonderful Yuengling lager, and one of these phone vapes. I don't know what the company's called. So it is the first week of 2025. 2025, baby. This year, we're going to see unprecedented success in our lives. We are going to see milestones that we never thought we reached. And this year is the year that we grab the bull by the balls and we make it the best year that we can with whatever opportunities come our way. We're going to smile at the pain. We're going to laugh at the pain. We're going to become best friends with the pain. And we're going to become amazing, amazing partners with success and happiness and love and joy. That is what I am declaring for you all, and that is what I am declaring for myself in 2025. That's what I'm doing. And I heard a really good song, and I've been playing it ever since I've heard it a couple times on like TikTok and whatnot. But it goes, walk up in the room and fuck everybody but me. That's the mindset for this year. We're not taking shit from anybody. That's it, man. Like this is what we're starting off for 2025. Positive mindsets, successful mindsets, and nothing less. For me, 2024 was a get back on your feet year, and 2025 is going to be running with them, running with those same feet. So, and I was just thinking too, I don't know why this came up before, but I was just thinking before I started recording this episode that people in your life, when they come, I'm going to crack another one. They come into your life, and there's some people that come into your life that just want you to tell them that they're the best. That they're the best at what they're doing, and that what the best at whatever they're doing. Let's just stop there. I am not the guy that's going to tell you you're the best if you're not acting like it. I'm not going to do it. I don't care who you are. I do not care who you are. I don't care what it costs me. If it costs me a friendship, something of that nature, I do not care. If you're not the best and everybody sees you're not the best and I don't see you're the best, you're not going to hear it. Because constructive criticism is what gets you to be the best. Failure is what gets you to be the best. I mean, you know how many times I've had to fail at something just to be the best at it? You know how many times I've had to cry myself to sleep over not being the best I can be at something? And that crying and that painful emotion, I took that to the next day and did better. And I'll give you a good piece of advice. If you think you're the best, you're not. The humble one is always the best. The one who never says he's the best, who never thinks he's the best. That's how it is. So if you walk around with this, I'm the best dish and everything, get out of here. Get out of here. And I have no idea why they came up, but it did. And it came up to the fact that I guess I'm just going to have to say these things or have this conversation with somebody at some point in 2025 or some point in my life. I've had this conversation before with, I was sitting at Buffalo Wings and Rings with my parents, and we were talking about Knights Templar, and you know, my mom said, you know, do you ever think that you were just, or somebody who was the best at being the commander of Knights Templars? I'm like, I don't subscribe to that, because if you think you're the best, you're not. And I said the same thing to her. You know, I'm not the best at welding. I'm not the best at podcasting, and I'm not the best at streaming. There are people that are better than me, and I want to be and I want to have that same level of better as they have it. You know what I mean? Like, even okay, story time. At one point, I wanted to climb the corporate ladder. I want to put on a nice suit, nice pair of khakis, some nice dress shoes, a nice shirt, and I wanted to climb that corporate ladder. But in realizing that, and I was a dumb kid who had no direction about I didn't know anything about corporate America, climbing a corporate ladder, blah 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 blah. But there are people out there that can teach me that, and there are people out there that can show me the way. You know, so I went back to school for business management. You know, and as far as going back to school, it's a piece of paper that shows you were willing to do some work to get where you need to go. That's all it is. If you don't know anything about what you're studying, what's the point? You know, I wanted to run a business. Turns out I'm running my own business. I'm running my own business. So that climbing the corporate ladder thing just does not sit well with me anymore. Mainly because you do not have friends up there. You have people willing to stab you in the back just to get where they want to go, and I just do not see it that way. I think hard work and knowledge outperforms anybody that is willing to stab someone in the back for it. You know, that's what I was raised on. That's the whole idea that we were all sold on, saying that if you work hard and you learn as much as you can, you'll get where you need to go. They don't teach you about playing the game. They don't teach you the amount of chess that you have to learn just to climb corporate America. Or the corporate. Let's just go with corporate. It doesn't have to be in America. Just climbing the corporate ladder. Not that it says I can't do it. I mean, I can play the game as good as anybody. But now, since I'm running my own business and I'm working on my own projects, don't really care to anymore. Don't really care to anymore. But who's to say an opportunity might present itself? And it might be a really good opportunity. I'm never going to say it's a too good to be true. But as far as I'm concerned, I am pretty happy with running my own ship here. You know, this is a one-man ship so far, so here I am sitting in front of this camera talking to you all. Would I like to add other podcasts under my network? Absolutely. But we'll get there. It'll happen. Eventually it will happen. So anyway, yeah, climbing that corporate ladder, playing that dumb game. You've got to be all in on it. You really do. You have to be to the point of you're going to miss birthdays, you're going to miss holidays, you're going to miss just anything that's vitally important at some point to make sure you climb that ladder. And it's the same way with running your own business. There are no holidays. There are no vacation day. Well, I mean, you get to the point where you can take a vacation, but it's on you. So, I mean, you're paying yourself to go on vacation. So, you know what I mean? Like I was listening to Dana White. You want to work for yourself? There are no holidays. There are no vacations. It's rise and grind. And oh my God, the grinding thing. It's grind. Look, working hard and grinding are the same thing. You know what I mean? Improving yourself. Like, okay, let's take this podcast, for example. Let's take my streaming on Twitch, for example. When I first started doing this, it was out in Denver, Colorado. I put up a sheet behind me, and that was my backdrop. Look at what happened now. I had to take a couple months off. Well, I don't know why, but now look, it looks like a fully built out set. And same thing with the streaming studio. It is progression. You're not going to get this right on the first try. And honestly, I like the fact that these small little sets are built. Now, if I see someone who just releases a podcast and it's like a brand new big set and all this kind of stuff, that's great. That's awesome. But I like these little ones like this. And good for the people that can build out a whole entire set. Good for them. You know what I mean? They have the funds and they have the resources to do it. Good for them. I'm not saying anything bad. But small thing, oh God, man, Coco just said this to me. Little is much when you have God in it. And that's going to stick with me for a long time. Probably till the end of my days. So little is much when you have God in it. And I like that. I like that a lot. But, and if you do want to climb corporate America, you do want corporate. I mean, it's prominent here in corporate America. It's very prominent. That's where you're going to see this the most. I would advise you get into a group that has the progression line involved with it, and read the book called The 48 Laws of Power. That's where I started, because when I started climbing any kind of ladder, it was in Freemasonry. And there's junior deacon, senior deacon, junior steward, senior steward, junior warden, senior warden, and master. Now I got all the way up to senior deacon. And between senior and junior deacon is where my mindset switched to, okay, I have to act professionally. I am a professional now. This is where it starts. And for this mindset that I have, that I want to, have the corporate thing involved with me, that I have to learn it, that I have to do this and that, I give credit, 100% credit, to the senior deacon's position in Freemasonry. 100%. I would not be the man I am today without Freemasonry. I will say that now. Even for you ladies, Eastern Stars, but go get yourself involved in something where there is a progression line. It'll teach you everything you need to know. You'll get real world experience on how to climb a ladder within an organization. 100%. and read the book 48 Laws of Power. And read as many books as you can. I was a dumbass when I was a kid, and I hated reading, and I still hate reading. I listen to audiobooks because it sits better with me. But the 48 Laws of Power, and what's another good one? The Way of the Superior Man. That one teaches you more about relationships, but all these books just tie into each other. You know what I mean? But the 48 Laws of Power is really good. I'm gonna have to re-listen to it. Which is, we'll get there. But yeah, I mean, climbing any ladder in any organization is going to teach you how you want to do it. My suggestion would be is go do a free one. In a whatever you can get your hands on. First, go ask, is there a progression line I can get into? Whatever, But if you're a man, Freemasonry is probably your best way to go, because it will teach you everything you need to know about forming work relationships and maintaining work relationships and how to navigate through the life's bullshit of corporate. It really will. Excuse me. I had some pretzel bites from Hooters. Literally like 300 feet this way, there is a Hooters, so I could walk there. And that's why I was very hesitant about moving into this place, because I love the fact that I could just go walk and have a beer. It's nice. So this way. Yep, that way. I was just thinking. But yeah. So, I mean, gear yourself up for a great 2025, because that's what I'm doing. I'm gearing myself up for a great 2025. And no matter what comes your way, no matter what things happen, little life things happen, it is all a part of the plan. It is all part of the plan for you to be a better person. It isn't 10% what happens to you. It is 90% on how you react to it. That is it. That is it. This year I got some trips planned that I want to take. This year I want to be a happier person. This year I want to be that person that is going to bring light to wherever it needs to be. My thing is that I normally just jump into situations and try and make them better. You know what? This year is going to be let the ship sink. It's not my ship, so let it sink. Oh, dude, I gotta pay that today. Yeah. Let it sink. This year is that you're putting blinders on like a horse, and you're only focusing on you. That is it. That is all we're doing. That's all we're handling, and that's all we're gonna handle, because that's all you need to handle. Focus on you. I'm focusing on me. That's gonna be a me thing. Fuck everybody but me. You know what I mean? If I care about you, okay, now it's a different talk. But other than that, get the fuck out of here. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like if you're helping me with learning how to do something on a video game, which shout out to the man, the Joker, 1990. This is Xbox gamer tag. Shout out to that dude. He has been helping me a lot with learning how to work Sea of Thieves and be better at Sea of Thieves. Um, it has just been a lot of fun playing that game and meeting new people and learning how they do things. So, I mean, we'll figure it out. It's a lot to figure out. So, streaming's been fun. Everything's been fun. You know what I mean? Um, there's going to be some points, like these past 2 weeks before New Year's, I didn't care about anything. I was like, I'm going to do what I want to do because I'm on my time. I had 2 shifts to work at work. I got my work done, but like normally I come in with a nice sweatshirt and some sweatpants. I have this old ripped up Milwaukee sweatshirt that I got from Colorado. My dad sent it to me when I was in Colorado, and it is ripped beyond ripped. Got sun stains on it from welding, holes everywhere from welding, and I am just in. I just wore that because it was 2 weeks in New Year. 2 weeks at the end of the year, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And that's okay. That is okay for you to be like. It is okay to happen. You're going to have some downtime in between the grinding days to where you're going to like grind for 3 days or work hard for 3 days straight. Have a day of just, I ain't got to do nothing. Enjoy those days. Those are your days off. If you're running your own business, if you're running your own ship, those are your only days off, baby. And take them. My favorite thing to do when everything is done, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that's what I do, is nothing. I'll doom scroll on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook for hours. Just because I got nothing. So enjoy them. Enjoy them a lot, man. They are fun to do. They are fun to have. And you're going to have that. You're going to have that. But when you know it's time to work and put work in, put the work in and focus on them 100%. I got to tell you, I've been learning a lot about living in the moment. I've been trying to invoke it, and I've said on a podcast before, I do not live in the current reality that I have. But when I have to focus on the moment is all that is there. That's all that is there. So it's like you dive in and out of when you know what I mean? You dive in and out of it. You're absolutely going to. And that's okay. That's how you stay motivated. Think of what you want. It starts here. Put it out in the universe. Put that frequency out, and it will come to you at a given time. You know, God, if you stay on Faith Street, you ask God for something, He boxes it up and sends it. But He does not tell you the delivery date. He does not tell you the delivery date. You got to stay on Faith Street. More or less, you have to stay on blind Faith Street. Now, what do I mean by blind faith? Blind faith is that you know it's going to work, and everyone around you says it's not going to, or thinks it's not going to, or will laugh at you, but you're the one that sees it. Then it's there. So you're winning from victory, not for it. Easy peasy. You are winning from victory, not for it. Easy peasy, baby. That's about as easy as it gets. It's just putting in the work. You're going to go through the days of bleh, and you're going to go through the days of, this was a damn good day. You know what I mean? You know, right now, I couldn't imagine myself on the weekends just sitting around doing nothing. I couldn't imagine it. Now, before I left for Colorado, that's all I did. I sat at my computer. I was building a cryptocurrency app because I wanted to learn about blockchain. And after after that, I would walk the dog, and then I would just take a nap and then do nothing. But now, there's streaming to do, there's podcasting to do, there's editing to do. Like tonight, after I get done recording, I have at least a good hour's worth of editing and posting on social media, and I enjoy it. I couldn't imagine just being like, all right, we're just going to sit in front of the TV for the rest of the day. You know, like I am in full work mode when it comes to this stuff, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And you will too. You, in the beginning, funny, in the beginning of this, I was just like, man, I got to post on social media. I got to edit. I got to think of hashtags and all this. Now I enjoy it. Now it's like a secondhand thing. As soon as I get done streaming, cut up clips, social media, YouTube, boom. You know what I mean? It becomes a second habit to you. It's like breathing. It'll just be breathing. Funny of which, if no one sees me posting on TikTok for this podcast anymore, it's because I cannot get into it. My fault. So go check out the YouTube to it. It is youtube.com/mindofjpa. Which I'll put it right down here somewhere. So that's what it is, folks. That's what it is. That's what it be. That's where life has taken me. And I'm on blind faith street. I don't know. Like, I know this is going to work. I just don't know when it's going to take off. That's how you should be thinking about it. That's exactly the mindset you need to have. I don't know when I know it's going to work. I just don't know when it's going to take off. So, with that being said, do know that things will work out eventually. We just don't know. You know what I mean? So this is my shop for a while. I'm going to have a lot more to do, a lot more to say as the coming podcasts come, because this week is just, this is the beginning of a great 2025. You know what I mean? A beginning great 2025, and a beginning of what I consider to be a really damn good life. Really damn good life. So, make sure you stay on the up and up mindset wise, because your mindset is everything. A positive mindset will bring positive opportunities and positive attractions. A negative mindset will just bring negativity. You know, and like I said, I'll say it again. It is 10% what happens to you. It is 90% on how you react to it. That's it. That is all it is. That is the key. That is the key to having a good life. Right there. The key to having a good life. And once I got that in the mind, I was like, okay, we're good. We are good, you know? We're good. Gravy, baby. If you want to see more of me, which I hope you do, streaming, let's start there. It is www.twitch.tv/on-the-level162. The Instagram is at on-the-level162. And the TikTok at on-the-level162 gaming. For the podcast, at Mind of JPA. YouTube is www, or you know what? I'll post it right here, because this is it's going to be right about here, because this is the first time I've said the website, so I don't want to butcher it, but I'll put it right there. Email. mindofjpapodcast@gmail.com. Remember, everyone, you are loved, you are enough, and it is 10% what happens, 90% what happens to you. Fear God, keep his commandments, and I will see you on the next one.